Okay, so I need to recreate this letter here. This is just the text, and I need to put this, I need to format this plain text into this. How do I do that? So there's a few things. You'd notice that the address on this side, just zoom in a little bit more. The address seems to be to the right side. So that could assume I'm going to put this user right align. The only problem with doing the right align is that you see how it's lined up. It's lined up to the right side of the page, which is what right align does. However, that's not what I want. I want, if you see, I want the address and the date to line up together. So I can't use right align. I need to use something called tabs. So tabs allows me to use left alignment, right alignment, center alignment, and there's even one called decimal alignment, which allows me to align money according to the decimal point. Now, the address though, how I am going to use that is I need to look at my ruler. So I need to make sure that I have my ruler here. And if you don't have your ruler, if you go to view, ruler, okay, view ruler. So mine is showing up though. My ruler is showing up. Let me show you what it looks like if it's not showing up and when it's showing up, right? Now, to the left-hand corner, there's a little L, a very small L, which I can click on and it changes to different symbols. But if I just point my cursor, you'll see a little bubble comes up showing what it is about. So that's right tab. I want to go back to, what do I want? I want right, no, I want left tab. So you'll notice that this address, yes, it's on the right side of the page, yes. However, even though it's on the right side of the page, I want it aligned on the left side of the text. So I'm going to use a left tab. And the left tab looks like an L for, left. Once that L is showing up on the tab, I'm going to click on my ruler, somewhere in my ruler that I think makes sense. Let me see. I'll click on the 4.5 here. And I don't know if you could see it, but when I clicked, a tiny L showed up on my ruler. A tiny L showed up on my ruler. Now, oops, I just realized I did something wrong. Before I do that, I need to highlight my text first. I need to highlight the text that I'm going to use the tab with. Now I'm going to click on the ruler and the tiny L shows up on the ruler. Then I click before the text and press tab on the keyboard. And oh my God, it lined up with my little L on the ruler. Then I'm going to do the same with my next text, press tab, and it lined up again. Neat, right? So that same process I need to use for my, my closing here. So let me do that one time. Highlight, get my L there, and tab, and tab, and tab. Nice. Let's see what's next. The person's address, that stays there as normal. Then we have our greeting. Then we have, this is a subject of the letter, subject of the letter. So this needs to change. You'll notice that this is uppercase. So I need to make that uppercase. So I'm going to highlight the text. And then there's a change case option. It looks like a capital A and a comma A. Click on that. I'm going to go to uppercase. automatically makes it all capital letters. Then I'm going to center line. I'm going to make it bold and underlined. Good, done. Now the next thing is these paragraphs have a certain way, right, of looking. Each, you'll notice that it's a indented paragraph. The first line in the paragraph is indented. Also, the text is aligned as justified, okay, or justification. So let's highlight the paragraphs. And I'm going to go to Home tab. And in Home tab, you'll see font. Then the next one is paragraph. Just to the left of paragraph, there's a little box, like a tiny little box. I'm going to click on that tiny box and a window opens. In that window, it has indentation, special. I'm going to click on special, first line. Click OK. And it automatically gave me a paragraph with all the first lines indented. Next thing I said is the alignment. So I'm going to go back to paragraph and we have here left, center, right, and last one is justify. And justify aligns the text so that the text on the right margin and left margin are on straight lines. All right, and I think we're almost done. Oh, you could see that the text is kind of spaced out a little bit. So I need to change that. So I'm going to highlight all of my text, all of my letter. A little trick, if you go into the left margin and you triple click, 1, 2, 3, all of your text highlights. Okay. I'm going to now go to paragraph, the little box next to paragraph again. And you'll see spacing, line spacing. Double is usually what you make for, usually what you use for a letter, double line spacing. But also you're gonna see there's a before and after. You have to make sure those are 0. So I'm just gonna type 0 here. And click OK. And everything kind of spaces out a little bit. Here's my problem though. Some of the text went on to the next page. I don't want that. I want everything on one page. So a little trick is maybe we can change. Let me just zoom out so you could see. It looks good, right? It looks not too bad. It looks like the other one here. The only problem is that I want everything on one page. So to make it fit onto one page, I want to change the margins, the page margins. So I'm going to page layout margins, custom margins. Let me see. Now, normally it's supposed to be one inch for all the margins. I'm going to interfere with that just a little bit. Let's see. I could do, let me see. I could change the top margin a bit. I could change that to 0.8 maybe. And the bottom margin 0.8, just make it even. Click OK. And yep, everything is on one page. Right. Oh, the last thing I didn't mention, I'm going to triple click again, highlight everything. Your font, everything should be Times New Roman and should be font 12. And that's it for creating our letter. Any questions?